I've been waiting what seems like forever to get this mod done. Today I had a friend come over and we tried to attack it. I got some pictures, some videos, and I'm gonna have some commentary. I hope you enjoy it. So, just want to start doing little clips on this until I get it straightened out. This is the material I'm using now. Had to order it online because I couldn't find it in person. It's metal concrete, and it comes in the 2 syringe type deal. What I wanted to do with this, when you get these emblems online, one side always screws in correctly, and if you can look, you'll see it right away. There's lots of threads on that right and like nothing on the left. So this ends up going in just fine. Couldn't grab that. This doesn't do anything. It's garbage. I've tried to order multiples of this. I've got probably 3 of these. They only go for like $10 or something like that from China, but it's, it's the wait time. So what I did was order this epoxy, so I'm gonna try to get it so I permanently affix this, and then once that's done, basically this is gonna go here once it's inside, mounted on top of the old little bracket on the grill. This is gonna completely and utterly too much, but hopefully we give this a good mix, because I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff. So what the plan is, I'm just going to take this stuff, start gooping it into the hole. Alright, so I'm just going to take this, hopefully still screws, and it does. Okay, that's nice and tight. Just want to make sure that it's straight. And then this, basically, we're going to end up just laying this in there somehow and try to like eyeball it so that it's straight. Is that straight? This is what happens when you have OCD. Dangerous OCD is. Okay. We're gonna let that dry, and then I'll probably end up putting good camera skills, awesome camera skills. I'll probably end up putting a little bit more on the base, just to give me some kind of extra strength here. I'm sure there'll be people out there that work with epoxy all the time and are cursing and screaming right now, and that's okay. You're allowed to. Just want it to look decent. Why is this globbing? Get out of here. Alright. Look at this. It's already starting to stick. So as you can see, we finally got the car on jack stands, took the wheels off, and we started to inspect the fender wheel well guards, and this is what we saw. There's many push pins in there, and once you take most of them out, You want to get to the point where you're like this, where you can get a flap open. If you look up right where my hand is, there where that crease is, where the fender meets the bumper, there are 2 screws in there. I've seen other YouTube videos show that there's 1, but there are 2 screws. Be aware of that. I didn't take a picture or film it because I'm an idiot, but there are 2 screws there. You need to remove them first. Once we got the fender well sorted, we removed a bunch of screws from the bottom of the bumper and all of these clips here. Then the bumper came off, and that's what it looks like. You can see, kind of gruesome. My neighbors asked if I was in a car accident. In this picture, you can see the part that we're going to be removing first. This way we could finally get that Hellcat inlet in there. And here's a picture of the actual Hellcat inlet part in the bag, and here's a picture of it out of the bag. Look at that, skills, right? So that stock part comes out. This is what it looks like on my floor. It's quite large compared to the replacement, and this is what the replacement part, the Hellcat inlet air duct, looks like. And it's really cool. I mean, who knows if it's gonna actually help, but that's cool. It does give a path, as you can see, to the intake filter, and I'm excited about it. I had the bumper off anyway for the project I was doing, so you can't go wrong with this modification. It's pretty cool. So back to the Emblem. Once you get the bumper off and you lay it down and you look behind, you're going to see that there are some kind of pressure fitted retention clip type things. That's what it will look like on the back. You're most likely going to end up breaking the studs on it to get it off. So I'm not graceful. Excuse the paint and dirt. This was a long day. But this was the back of the Emblem, and it just came off. We tried to be extremely careful, and it just came off. So taking this off is going to be like this is garbage sort of now, but these are cheap, and the thing I put on is nice, and if I ever have any problems with it, I can always be a total poser king and put this on, which, who cares? I'm gonna see. I wish I could have did this one. I'm starting to get a collection here of all these damn badges. I gotta stop spending money. This is getting to be a problem. From this picture, you can see that I had to drill new holes into that backing plate, and this is why my little studs on the back of the Emblem had to go in there. And that's the back view, which just basically shows what the studs look like when they come through. And this is what the Emblem looks like on the bumper while it's on the ground. So everything looked pretty good, and we went from there. And here's the next part. Just going to show how it's nice and snug here. Supported. Ow. And locked tight. Like a boss. And these last few pictures is where the video is going to end. As you can see, everything's buttoned up, put back together, and we didn't have any leftover parts, which is always a good sign. I love the logo. I love the way this whole thing came together, from being in my head to actually being on a car. I think it's different. It's definitely unique. Nobody's got this right now, and either you love it or you don't, but I love it, and honestly, that's what matters. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.